whether Jew or Gentile. Just because your father was righteous doesn't mean you're automatically righteous. Just because your father was wicked doesn't mean that you have to be wicked. Yitzchak Avinu was more than happy to sacrifice his life. His descendant Yaakov, his son Yaakov, served Hashem through and despite suffering, and ended up bringing the 12 tribes. Ishmael, on the other hand, did not sacrifice his life for the sake of Hashem, although he himself did Teshuva. He did not teach his children to follow the ways of Hashem, and therefore his descendants, instead of sacrificing themselves for the sake of Hashem and honoring Hashem, what do? They kill themselves in order to kill Yitzchak's descendants, in order to kill Am Yisrael. Esav, on the other hand, instead of being like his brother Yaakov, that served HaKadosh Baruch Hu despite the suffering, Esav has been known to bring suffering to Yaakov and to Yaakov's descendants, Am Yisrael. Yaakov, his children are the 12 tribes, and Am Yisrael, Esav, brought Amalek. This is a simple reality. This is not racism. This is not, we hate you, you hate us. No, this is simple reality. Everyone still has a free choice of what to do with this information. Meaning, whether you're a Jew or a Gentile, this information exists. This information is reality. If you're a Jew and you follow the ways of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, you follow the Torah, you will be a continuation of that chain that's been a chain of Am Yisrael for the last 4,000 years, and you'll be considered one of the righteous descendants of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. If you choose to abandon the ways of Hashem, you choose to desecrate Shabbat, you choose to, be one of these thieves that does business in a illegal and dishonest way, you choose to be an adulterer, you choose to be a wayward person, then guess what? You'll be no different than Amalek, the descendant of Esav. On the other hand, someone that came from Ishmael, or someone that came from Esav, you can choose to follow the wicked people that came out of those two nations, or you can choose to be among the righteous people that came out of those nations by following the Torah. If you choose to follow the heresy of the Quran or the idolatry of the New Testament, then you will be part of the evil people of Ishmael that want to kill Am Yisrael, or part of the evil people of Edom that's part of Amalek that wants to kill Am Yisrael. On the other hand, if you choose to follow the Holy Torah, whether as a righteous Noahide or as a convert to Orthodox Judaism, you'll be following the righteous path and be part of the righteous people in the world. Meaning, where you came from doesn't necessarily mean that's the path you have to stay on. That's just simply a reality that exists. You can still have a choice of where to go, whether Jew or Gentile. Just because your father was righteous doesn't mean you're automatically righteous. Just because your father was wicked doesn't mean that you have to be wicked. But the point being is that when people use their emotions instead of their brains, they hate the fact that, they call themselves chosen, they call themselves better, look at that, to such an extent that literally, today, there was this 15-second video clip that somebody showed and sent it around everywhere of one of the news stations interviewing an Israeli representative about the hostages and accusing Israel of being racist and prejudiced against the Palestinians. And what's her proof? Her proof is that, look, the Israelis are freeing 150 Palestinian prisoners in return for only 50 Jews. So this shows that the Israelis, the Jewish people, don't value the lives of the Palestinians as much as they value their own people. Like, this is literally stupidity at the highest level. If it was a stock, today it would have reached an all-time high. Like, you're forgetting that these 150 Palestinians are all terrorists. They're all criminals. They're all people we don't want to release. And in fact, we're only releasing them in order to get our people, and the deal and the terms of asking for more was actually by the Palestinians, by the Hamasniks. They're the ones that value their people less than our people. They're the ones that say, listen, we know that our people are not like yours, so we'll give you one of your prisoners, but you have to give us 3. They're the ones that hate their people. They're the ones that they're prejudiced against their own people, not us. Hence the reason of why they use their own people and children as human shields. But again, the fact that the hatred of Jews can get people to such a high level of stupidity and blindness of facts is not a new thing, but it's becoming more and more apparent due to the media and how many more people are shaming themselves by pretty much exposing their own stupidity and hatred. We are meant to be a light unto the nations, not to follow their misguided practices. Remember, every Jew has to remember that he's a Jew and she's a Jew. We don't celebrate non-Jewish holidays, even if they seem harmless. It's a zilzul, disrespect to the Torah.